Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I don't really have anything planned for this live, but I'm just gonna put my face on. Nothing super exciting. Starting off with moisturizer, per usual. I'm just using Skin Therapist. My cat is going to be chirping the entire time. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I know, Kelly, you just sent me a message and I was like hitting live as you sent it. But here I am, just moisturizing. I use Skin Therapist. I'm like super duper dry. Hi, Karen. Hi, Ashley. I'm super duper dry today, so I use Skin Therapist already, but I think I'm going to add in some 40 Cure Cream. Just because it's a lot heavier of a moisturizer. It's actually a hand cream. Let's not joke around. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Morgan. It looks like you're in a dark castle. I should be in a dark castle. This is one of my backdrops, and I flippin' love it. I have two other ones, and they're both like white, and I don't know, me and white just don't get along most of the time, so we are just rocking the castle background today. Okay, 40 Cure Cream is on. I'm feeling quenched. My skin is feeling quenched. Alright. Morgan, if you're gonna get backdrops, I highly suggest going to eBay. I think I paid $12 for this one, shipped. And I got the rack for it for like 23 bucks or something crazy cheap like that. So highly, highly suggest. I think with all three backdrops, I think they were like 20, all three backdrops by themselves was like 22 bucks or something crazy cheap like that. So eBay for sure. Really, Ashley? That's weird. Alright, I think I'm going to do something relatively simple today, mainly because, well, I have no reason, but I think I'm going to go simple today because I have another video to film, and that one's going right up on YouTube. So I also ran out of my primer, and I'm almost out of my finishing spray, but I'm just going to use my finishing spray. Oh my god, my animals are fighting. I'm just going to use my finishing spray as a primer. I just want a base between my skin and the makeup, so no big deal. Also, if you can hear my music playing, let me know so I can turn it down, because I don't want Facebook to yell at me and tell me how much of a piece of crap I am for listening to music while I'm putting my face on. Okay, so that's just finishing spray, and it'll have somewhat of the same effect as a primer, but not like super duper same effects. But it'll get the job done until my new one comes in. I'm also going to prime my eyelids. I'm just going to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the anti-aging thing. My mirror is also over here, so if I'm looking over there, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at myself. I would use my phone camera situation, but last time I did that, I turned off the camera and I looked like a flippin' clown. So we're just gonna tap this stuff on. Whew. Alright. And I think I'm going to start with eyeshadow today. Go super easy on it. Yeah. I'm going to start with... Where is my brush? Just like an angled brush. This looks like it has a bunch of stuff on it. It does. But I'm going to start with Cream Boat, and I'm just going to set this primer so I don't get any like... my gosh, so I don't get any like craziness going on. Just set it. And I like using the Cream Boat, which is our lightest shade, because it helps to neutralize. It's pigmented enough. Hi, Kristen. It's pigmented enough to neutralize any red tones in my eyelids. You can see it's slightly more red on this side than it is on this side. So it neutralizes all of that so that whatever I put on top of it, not only is it going to blend easier, but the color payoff. Hi, Karen. The color payoff is going to be slightly better. I don't want it to be super duper pigmented anyway, because I don't want to have like, I don't know what my deal is. I used to go super bold. Hi, beautiful. I used to go super duper bold on the eyes all the time, and I still absolutely love that look, but just, well, basically since I've been staying home, I think I'm just taking like the lazy route because I can. Now I'm going to take like a blender brush, and I think I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's called One Night Sand, I think. I could be wrong. But I'm just going to throw this in the creased area to give like an actual shadowed look right up here. Let's hope this doesn't turn out crazy. My mirror is kind of far away from me. Alright, we can work with this. So you can see putting that base shadow down just helps to diffuse all of this color like almost instantaneously. If you were to put like, let's say you put your primer down or whatever and you go in with like a darker color, these colors will stick to that primer because that's the point of primer, to get your shadows to stick. So it'll stick there, and when you go to blend them, you'll have a slightly more difficult time with it. So I just like taking the easy route, and I just put a powder down first, something that doesn't have too much pigment, but will help to get everything all blended out almost instantly. Like, I do not have to work with this much at all, so it looks totally different in this viewfinder than it does in the mirror. It's so crazy. But you can see, super simple. And then I think I'm going to try to stick to only a few colors. So I've used 2 colors already. I think we're going to stick to 4. Just because I like a challenge, kind of. So I'm going to use just, this is another angled shadow brush. There's some Dazzle palette on it still. I need to wash my brushes today too. That's another goal. I'm going to go in with this color right here. This is called Antique Bar. It's kind of like a, I would say it has a brown base with like a pink reflect in it, but not super duper crazy at all. It's just like a light shimmery color. And you can see when I put it on, I don't know if you can see, I'll finish the lid first and then I'll talk about it. But it's super nice. This is one of my biggest selling colors, and people flippin' love it. It looks good on everyone, but you can see like it doesn't show up like a super dark brown color like it kind of looks in the pan. It's very kind of sheer, but it's kind of got a shimmer to it still. Nothing crazy. So I'm just gonna toss this on here, and you can see that did it. And then I'm gonna go in with just an angled liner brush, and I'm gonna go in with right here La Vida Mocha, and I'm going to go underneath my lower lash line, which is going to be really difficult in the mirror. Hello, hello. It's going to be really difficult for me to do this in the mirror because actually, no, I lied. I'm not going to do this yet. I'm going to wait until after I put my concealer on, but I'm going to use that same color. Right now, I'm going to, okay, I should put these brushes down. Right now, I'm actually going to go back in with well, that was rude. I'm gonna go back in with this blender brush, same color, and I'm gonna deepen this like outside corner a little bit. This is a look that I go to quite often, mainly because I can really, if I'm not like talking through it or anything, I can knock this out in like 5-10 minutes, totally. Super easy. And I just deepen that up a little bit. You can see the difference that little bit makes. Just put some depth out here. This is the same color I use in my brows. I have relatively full brows as it is. You can see there's like nothing on them right now at all. But when I fill my brows, I'll use this color just to fill in any like sparse areas, which I will do right now if I can find, yes, my brow brush. So this has the spoolie on the one end and the, oh, there we go, the angle on the other end. I just like to brush through these really quick, and then I will fill them in. So same color, tap off the excess. Okay, this one I'm actually gonna need to bring a mirror up because brows make the whole face and I don't want to mess them up today. So right here, I don't know if you guys can see, but like right here, there's like a bald spot in here. Oh, thanks, Morgan. And then my arches on each side are completely different. We discussed this earlier. But I like to try and even them out a little bit. So we'll just come in here a little bit. And you can see that little bit makes a huge difference, and then I can just brush it through. Like I said, I've been going like super duper light on the makeup lately, so I don't like carve them out or anything crazy like that. I just can't be bothered. So there we go. Sisters, not twins. Mine are too. Ashley, you do need that brush, or this brush, not that brush, it's a different brush. This brush you definitely do need. It's freaking awesome. I just ordered a backup because I'm terrified to lose it. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Again, I have like a small bald spot on the side, and you can see, I don't know if you can see it here, but this brow grows like that, and this one totally, they grow the same way. Like they both grow that way. So this side has like little spikes, and the side's like, no, I'm chill. So I kind of try to make up for it over on this side, and just try and tame it over. And then I go in on the tail end of this one and just give it a little love. It doesn't need much. I was relatively blessed in the brow department, even though I want to change them all the time. But this is how they grow. I usually just clean them up and I'm like, nah, whatever. So that's the brows. Now we can move on to the face. I think, what am I gonna do? So a lot of people end up doing like the, you know, like the hard contouring and brightening and highlighting and all of that jazz. But I don't know if I want to do that. I do have redness on my face all the time. And it's actually gotten like dramatically better since using Limelight skincare. I used to think that I had relatively good skin, and it wasn't terrible. I didn't have like breakouts or anything crazy like that, but I was red, like in front of the big lights or whatever. I always look more red than I actually am, but I was like a tomato red all the time. So since switching to the Limelight skincare, it's gotten so much better, so that is a plus. But I do have slight discoloration under here, and my cheeks are a little red, so I'm gonna go in with concealer 1. This looks straight up yellow in the camera, but it has like a yellow slash green base to it, which will help neutralize the purple and the redness. So I'm gonna just take a tiny bit of this, like stick it in here where I'm like really deep in color, and you can see the difference that makes. The cool thing with this stuff too is it's totally waterproof, so if you want to use this as like a foundation over the summer, it's not going anywhere. The 90s happened, yes, I love the 90s. Casey, did they just stop growing back? Like they were like, nah, bye. This looks crazy right now. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna, this is still that same concealer. I'm just gonna do like a quick run over with the buffer brush and try to knock a little bit of this redness out, but I'm not gonna go too crazy because I still want to look normal. And I'm gonna try and blend this out a little bit too, and just, you know, you can see the difference that makes though. So it's a good thing. And you don't need a whole lot. And just buff this in. This stuff is really cool too. It'll cover your tattoos like no problem. Because they're waterproof, oh, they are in rebellion. And it's waterproof, so you can, I mean, I probably wouldn't go swimming with it on. You probably could, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't really swim all that often. Because it is waterproof. I don't know. I don't know how it would react with like chlorine and stuff. Okay. So that is just a really, really thin coat of concealer just to neutralize that redness a little bit. I'm just going to use the same brush, the buffer brush, and I'm going to go in with Gina Beige. This color is back in stock, guys, so if you don't have it, go and order it. Or let me color match you so that we can get you the right foundation color from the get-go. I'm just saying. But this stuff is awesome because you only need a tiny bit of it. Oh, I should have done a little concealer around here too, huh? I can't tell if that's like just in the camera that I look really red around here. It might be the light. Because in my mirror it does not look that red. We'll see. Oh my god, I love concealer one. It's like a new love of mine. I feel like with the heat and the we have like really dumb weather right now. Like last week when I was wearing that dress, it was literally like 75 degrees out, and I was like, yes, finally we got like good weather, and I'm pumped, and you know, whatever. But last night it went down below freezing, and I was like, what is this? What is this madness? So I don't know what's going on, Michigan. Get it together. Yeah, okay, so that was the foundation. I'll probably blend it down here a little bit. Yeah. I'll just blend this all together. And I am going to go in with Concealer Zero. I'll show you the difference between these. So this is Concealer Zero. It looks like white on the viewfinder, but there is a slight peach tone to it. You can see the difference between these two. This one clearly has more of a green and yellow tone to it. This one is very pale. But I like using this one under my eyes because it'll give that brightening effect. So when you put your green down, and actually I should probably powder a little bit first. I'm not going to because I'm lazy. But yeah, I'll be there, Ashley. But I am going to use this and just highlight a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy. I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm all about like using less tools than necessary probably, but I don't want to have to wash them all. Like that's just the whole thing. So But I love using this. Ashley, you should totally go. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's in Novi, so I don't know if you saw that they released the information for it, but it's in Novi. Yeah, and we'll just put a little here. Why not? So look, I totally do not look red anymore at all, except for on my eyes, but that was intentional. Hi, Mom. I see you popping in here. Now, what am I gonna do now? Now I'm gonna set my face, I think. I'm gonna go in with our perfect pressed powder. It's just, it looks white in the pan, but it's not. I'm just gonna, especially under the eyes, I don't know what it is, but I have like one deep crease in the eye socket area, so I just like to powder that. So hopefully it doesn't crease. It usually doesn't, but you know, sometimes you just don't know what you're doing. And I'm gonna hit like the spots that I typically get more oily. So like the mom stash area is a big one for me. I get really oily in that area, and then around the nose. And what that'll do is it will just soak up any extra moisture or whatever that comes about. Now I'm going to go in with the bronzer. Perfect bronzer. I have had these pans, this pan and that perfect pressed powder pan, I have had them for like, what month are we in now? We're in May. Holy crap. I think I've had them since like October. Probably, yeah, September, October-ish. And like, I clearly have a ton left. I use these almost every single day. Unless I'm like, I'm not gonna wear any makeup today. But I'm just gonna bronze this area up a little bit, put some definition back in my face. If I wanted to, I could go in with our taupe for the best eyeshadow and really like carve this out. You know, like hard contouring, but yeah, our powder is amazing for fine lines under the eyes. What was it? Oh, contouring. I could go in with taupe for the best. It's like a cool toned ashy brown color, and it really resembles a good shadow. For my skin tone, it changes for everyone slightly, but contouring is basically just like faking shadows, right? So that color works perfectly for my skin tone. There are other colors in our shadow palette that would work really well with other skin tones too, which is why I absolutely adore having the entire neutrals palette. It helps so much with like contouring, and you don't have to have like a bunch of bulky palettes and all that crap going around. I'm gonna throw a little bit of bronzer under here just to give it a little bit of color. Love you too, Mom. Have fun at work. But I love having that neutrals palette because you can really work with every single person that you come in contact with it. I'll actually show it to you guys again. It's my favorite. Try not to drop everything. Oh, hey. So that's the neutrals palette. This color right here is the one I use for my contouring, but if you have like deeper skin tones, you can use probably like Ashen for Trouble. I think that's the name of this one. If you are lighter or you like a more warm tone contour, cut, crease, whatever you want to call it, you can use, oh no, this wasn't what I said it was. This is One Night Stand. This is a Corkable. That's what I used earlier. But you can use that. If you're lighter than me, you could probably use One Night Stand. Super versatile. Plus you have all of like these neutral tones that you can do all of these eyebrows with. You know, this palette is like invaluable, especially if you're working on clients. It's a phenomenal palette to have. What am I doing now? Blush. Oh, hi, little cat. You want to come up here? No? Okay. She's like been super duper lovey the last day or two. Probably because she knows I'm mad at her for skipping out on her vet appointment. Let's see if I can get her up here. Come here. No? Okay, bye. She was not having it. Hi, Mama. Blush. Oh, there we go. I am going to use the same brush. I'm a spaz. Okay. This is not the palette that I want. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, right here. Okay. So I'm going to use this palette. Little Cat is a jerk. She was supposed to go and get fixed last Wednesday. Yeah, last Wednesday. And I don't know, she was like really, really lovey before that. Like Monday, Tuesday, you know, the morning of Wednesday, she was out and like really happy and like, let's hang out and let's be friends. And then I think she got an idea that we were bringing her somewhere because she just went nuts. And then she went into hiding for 2 days. We couldn't find her. So, I mean, we knew she was in the house, but we couldn't find her. Hi, Kelly. I'm going to go in with blush number 3. This blush is like, you probably can't tell in here, but it's got a pink base and there's like gold reflex in it, kind of. Oh, swatchy, swatchy. This color looks so good on everyone. I believe this is the one they compare to NARS Orgasm. I'm okay with it. It's a good color. Everyone can pull it off. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that. Our blushes are like really ridiculously pigmented, so go sparingly with them. You can see that just like instantly. Oh, hey. Oh, that's not the right color. So we'll go in like that and just blend it in. Blush 1 and 3 together. Let's do it. Why not? I put the shimmerier. I put that color down first, so we'll just. Ooh, pretty. Okay, I can get with this. It looks like super duper rosy in the camera, but in my mirror it's not as rosy, but it's still like gorgeous. I don't know, you can kind of see, but it gives like a natural like highlighted area right here, and I'm actually going to intensify that a little bit with our blush number 6. We'll just, you're not going to be able to see this in the camera, I don't think. No. But this right here, I swatched it. It's blush number 6, and it honestly, for my skin tone, it's just like reflective light. But I'm relatively pale, so meh, that'll do it. I'm going to go back in with the same brush that I used with the setting powder, and I'm just going to hit this area. Perfect. Okay. And then I really only have lips left to do. I should have moisturized them before I did all this. So what I think I want to do is I want to go in, I want to go in with one of these two colors. I want to either do macaroon, which is like my everyday neutral pink color, or I want to go in with Not Telling, which is like a warm toned neutral nude color, which looks really good on pretty much everyone also, but I want to top it off with that blush number 3 and see what we get out of that. So I can't decide. I am at home, Kelly. This is a backdrop. See, it's fake. So I think I'm gonna try. I'm really curious about how it'll look with Not Telling, so I think I'm gonna do that. Because I think on top of this color, it'll look just like slightly shimmery, which will probably kind of look like wedding cake enduring lip color. So I think I'm going to go in with the Not Telling and then top it off with this, and we'll see what happens. Plus with Not Telling, this isn't like a matte finish, it's kind of a satin gloss type of finish. Not super glossy, because I don't really like gloss all that much. But this kind of has like a satin gloss finish, so I think that with that being said, the powder will stick to it better. And I should probably actually grab my smaller mirror so that I can actually see what I'm doing. So this is actually part of the Ricky mirror. This is just the magnified attachment. Well, dang, up close it looked good, guys. Alright, so this is Not Telling. The number of this one is 100. And you can see it's kind of got like that orange base to it, but it's still a super duper neutral color. Oh, and you know what else I have to finish is my eyes, as always. Alright, so that is on, and I think I'm just going to take number 3, and I'm just going to use my finger, and I'm going to tap it on here. And I don't know, okay, so the base of these are like almost the exact same color. Putting the powder on top, you're not going to be able to see it in the camera, but putting the blush on top not only mattifies it, but you kind of get like a gold shimmery, not shimmery, but like a gold reflect on the finish. Dude, come over with your makeup. Why would I want to do your makeup, Kelly? I'm just kidding. Oh, I kicked my tripod. Instant karma. Maybe I will, Kelly. I have to clean out my car today too, though. Alright. I actually really, really like this. I like our Perfect lipsticks as they are. They're like super duper hydrating, and they feel like a chapstick essentially, but they have like really good color payoff. But I like the number 3 on top of here because not only does it mattify it, so that'll help the color to stay longer, but you kind of get this like crazy finish to it. Like it's a matte finish, but like the color payoff is so bizarre, but like in a good way. Anyway, beside the point, I'm gonna finish my eyes really quickly, and I actually think that brush that I dropped earlier was the brush that oh no it isn't. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the same color I used on my brows and on like this outer corner, La Vida Mocha. I'm going to go in with a little bit of this, and I'm just going to define this outer edge a little bit. You know, just to like put a little bit of depth in here. I find that like with Antique Bar, this color on the top, if you just use it by itself, you kind of, because it has like that pink tone in it, if you wear it by yourself, you kind of look sick. So finishing it off with like bringing the top lid and the bottom all together works really well. But yeah. And now mascara. Sorry guys, I just burped. It like crept up on me. And I usually don't spend a whole lot of time on mascara because 9 times out of 10 I'll either throw false lashes on or you don't even see them. Which is probably why a lot of the times when I'm doing a live video I always forget to do mascara. The only reason I remembered to do it today is because I specifically took out the mascara and like put it where I could see it. Oh no, I just got it all over my hand. I was not prepared. Okay, sorry pants, you're the victim today. Yeah. So I'm just gonna toss a little bit of this on. I could go through and curl them, but it's pointless for me. You don't ever get to see them. But putting the mascara on does like define your lash line a little bit, so again, it helps to not cause me to look sick, especially when I have like a pink or a red toned shadow on. So that's what we got today. I think we're done, and if not, I'm sorry, but I probably just forgot. So how do we feel about it? Looks pretty good. This is a good like everyday look that would take me. Oh, there's filters and stuff. Oh, I can see who's on here. Did you guys know you could do that? It'll show you who's viewing. Okay, anyway, distracted. So what took me a half hour, over a half hour on here, would take me typically 10-ish minutes when I was not talking. So pretty good, pretty good. All right, I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna film my next video. And then I'm gonna go clean out my car. Nobody wants to do that, right? Alright, so I will bother you guys on Facebook later. I love you all so very much. Thanks, guys. Alright, bye.